Okay.
Hello.
No makeup because who needs to wear makeup at this point in time? I'll wear makeup later. Anyways, we just got home from watching The Black Phone. Now, I have thoughts
thought
about.
it was gonna be based on the creepypasta.
Yeah, because also admire all these Build-A-Bear. Yeah, like The Black Phone is a creepypasta ritual where let's sum it up for people who don't know. If you don't know that ritual, I mean, don't blame me. I didn't know it either.
Far more strict in its details. It comes off as a snare for the challenge hungry, because you have to access another dimension via man-made machinery.
I do not know how she knows that. I have not. I watched that video several times, but I have not memorized any of them besides abort the ritual. Anyway, The Black Phone. Okay, you start. It's been a while since we've done this. You start with your thoughts.
I think this movie was great.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching. That's all. Okay, can we admire these braids though? Look at these braids. Damn, look at these braids. All right, so this movie, I'm not gonna say I had a lot of expectations for it. I also didn't have any expectations for it. I was just like, let's go to the movies and let's have some fun for a while. So I get there, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of wants to cash in on 70s nostalgia, which I don't hate. It's pretty cool. And then the action starts. But the thing is, it's a very straightforward movie.
Yeah.
There's no misunderstandings. There's no silly plot lines. There's no secondary love plot. There's no nothing. It's just straight and to the point, and that's what I love.
It's a story that has it jumps to other things when it's needed,
And it's very well structured. There's a very poignant beginning. There's a very poignant middle, and there's a very poignant end.
Yes.
And it's really, really cool. Like the the fight towards the end, I was like, oh, they're gonna draw it out. He's gonna blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, it's really freaking amazing. And then there's this part of frustration where
yes.
You're gonna have to watch it.
Yes.
I would give this an 8.5 out of 10. I really liked Ethan Hawke as the bad guy.
Oh, Ethan Hawke. He was cool. He's iconic. And
the supernatural element was really cool, although we got 2-3 jump scares that made me kind of pee myself. But it was pretty cool. Definitely go watch this movie. It was really, really fun.
Okay. I'll give them my 3 criteria. Badassery and feels. Yes, badassery. Really cool. Which I want to say that's something I find very interesting about modern horror in general. Actually, no, modern horror is children-oriented stories. I was saying badassery, yes. And was I saying? Oh, yeah. Children-focused horror, which I feel like sort of was a thing back in the 80s, 70s. Then it was a lot of teens. And recently, I feel like starting with something with The Babadook, Sinister, It. There's a lot of horror that focuses on children making, which I don't mind, which I find it's actually very interesting to see children be the focal point of horror movies. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah.
Side note, this went bad 2 weeks ago.
Hashtag get sad. Anyways, badassery, yes. The main character, Finney Blake. He is awesome. He is so cool. He is really cool. And another character...
but it's weird because I've never seen,
really cool.
a main boy. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's always a main girl.
It's always girls or, groups. You know what I mean?
And it's just one boy against a deranged...
The only other main boy I want to say is Andy from Chucky. From Child's Play.
And that was about over 30 years ago.
Oh, damn. We're old. Well, that movie's old. Anyways, Sass, kind of? Not really. Horror movies aren't really...
The Grabber is kind of sassy.
Oh, yeah. He's shady. He's bitchy. The Grabber was awesome. Ethan Hawke is really good in this movie. He's really cool. I kind of want to say he's, the biggest name besides Jeremy Davies in this movie.
He is the biggest name. It's Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, because he got the "and" during the credits. And that Ethan Hawke, incredible. He's sassy little motherfucker. Really cool. And feels. Kind of. Yeah, there was feels in a horror movie, which is rare, honestly, because horror movies, they're about scaring you. They don't make one to feel things.
They even have a little motivational speech in there. They kind of snuck it in.
So yes, it does get all 3, which I feel like I have never really explained that these don't really affect the scoring. It's just 3 things I notice in movies from time to time. Now, my thoughts. None. Head empty. Go watch this movie. No, but for reals, the child-oriented horror I find very interesting. And about the movie in general, I want to say it's a very interesting amalgamation of 70s horror and modern horror. How do I explain? Also,
I know what you mean.
I feel like
know
it's
exactly
it's a
what you mean.
very new take on horror, or just movies like in general. Because usually, like a horror movie is like, oh, there's a demon that's trying to kill them and bad things happen, or there's a murderer trying to kill them and bad things happen. This one, it's a very interesting dynamic in the story that I feel like I don't want to make comparisons. It's gonna sound like comparisons, so I'll just go with it. Imagine this movie as being like a hybridization of Split and It, which is funny that it's Split. Split. That's funny.
Split.
It's a very interesting story, and it's really cool. It's based on a short story, which I'm gonna look that up later.
Oh, we're gonna have to search that up. You
My
okay?
foot just hurt.
Uh-huh.
And I'll deal with it later. It's a very cool movie, very cool story, very interesting how they go with both, just like human horror and supernatural elements. Really cool. Should I spoil this movie? No, I'm not gonna spoil this because this is a really fun movie. It was fun for a horror movie. It was really fun. It was really cool, and quite a good amount of action, honestly. And like you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? Or is this gonna work? What's gonna happen? Oh my god, it's crazy. Special shout out to the love of my life, James Ranson, who's in this movie for about
10 minutes.
Yes,
He got a day rate.
he got a day for this movie. I loved it. His character. You know what? Huge spoiler. Huge spoiler. Fucking, if I have to see James Ranson die again in a movie, I swear, I'm contacting his agent and be like, hey, can you stop taking roles where he died because I like this actor?
Is he the new Sean Bean?
But yes, James Ranson character dies, and it's shocking. Kind of shocking? Yeah, it's shocking. It's shook. Anyways, let's end this off with the fact that I give this movie I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. On my arbitrary rating system, 10 out of 10, because it's a really good modern horror. Because I feel like modern horror is kind of like revolutionizing itself.
Yeah.
I feel like it was stagnant from like, what was
from
it?
the early 2000s to the 2010s, it was just gore and ripping people apart and blood and guts and all that
I
stuff.
feel like horror has taken several turns, and I feel like modern horror for the past, I feel like since things like Get Out, Midsommar, what was the other one, Hereditary, horror is taking a very new, interesting turn where there's more variety. Like back when, like the 70s, it was all slashers. Back in the 2000s, it was all like whodunits. You know what I mean? I feel like the 80s had more supernatural, like The Exorcist and The Evil Dead. Now we're getting a very interesting where not everything is supernatural, not everything is slashers, not everything. There's a very good variety in horror nowadays, which I really love. And I feel like that is all my thoughts for now. And
an ironic thing, he said no thoughts had empty.
in conclusion, this movie is good. The child actors are really cool. There's good action. The horror is good. A bit jump scary, not too much, but they do jump scare you. And Ethan Hawke is really cool. Oh, also shout out, Tom Savini made the mask for this movie.
Who's that?
Tom Savini, he did Night of the Living Dead. And he did Jason, I think for the final Friday the 13th. So, iconic. Shout out to Tom Savini for these masks, because they're really cool. I love this. Anyways, that's it for now. Until next time, which I feel should be Thor: Love and Thunder, which we're going to see if Tom was screwing with us.
Oh, shut up!
When he said, I'm not pulling in Andrew Garfield. So, we're going to see what happens there. Anyway, that's it for now.
He's pulling a Marvel. Oh, I hope I see him.
Bye.
Bye.